The episode The Autopsy, which is based on a story by Michael Shea, came in at the peak of the 80s and 90s horror new wave. It was a horror story for horror story writers.
Horror's really an interesting genre because there is the ability to tell stories that are stylistic and impressionistic that might be otherwise dry and boring.
It just provides way more opportunities as a sound person to really kind of flex your muscle creatively.
One of the things that our director, David Pryor, and I are very much in sync with is camera with intent. The fact that each shot itself is a narrative. The other thing is that it's told in flashback, so it's not a linear storytelling, at least for the first 2 acts. So the opening wanted to feel very realistic. It really wanted to be grounded in, here we are in this 1970s mind, the dirt and the squalor, and that involved a fair amount of use of handheld. Wanted to keep the tonalities, a colder sensibility.
You could be fooled as a sound designer into doing a sound for something because it's part of your film vocabulary that's in your mind based on other projects you've seen. Inside the mind, an explosion is an explosion, you think, and you read it in the script. What you don't get in the script is that this rush of wind, all the debris and everything coming up, and people's faces blowing. Those are little nuancy details that made it for a very cool sequence.
The idea of making certain scenes real neo-noir style, just break away from the tones of the town and everything, just to give it a sensibility that things aren't what they're supposed to be, and to take the audience along for that ride. And there are clearly Guillermo colors in that, the warmths and the greens and the golds and the things. I thought that would be the most appropriate homage to the maestro.
It was just this festival of gore, right? So we wanted to be able to really do a great job creating compelling sound for that without falling into the trap of using broken celery and kind of the stuff that everybody's used to hearing, right? Like to have it sound really visceral. You want people to cringe at the gore, not because it's gory and not because it's funny. Recording like ripping fabric and this sort of thing for the opening of the flesh. And I'll obviously with the help of the Foley artist, with Goro Koyama, a really talented guy. To be presented with something so out there and so new, and just to be told, okay, we are inside this person, like, are we inside their brain? No, 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 we're inside their consciousness. It's like, okay, it exists, but no one has ever put a microphone on it before. We're going to do it. So that by far the most challenging, and yes, the most fun, absolutely.